Checkpoint!
I'm gonna turn on the camera I gotta turn on the camera.
He's turning on the camera.
You gotta zoom
Gotta
in.
zoom us.
He's gotta zoom in.
We
Yeah.
looking.
All this is staying in the final cut. All of it, even the audio. Let's keep it going.
Studio.
I hit it, guys. Okay, we're live.
Live.
shit.
Happening. I'm pale as.
Okay, who's going? Jacob.
Right.
on
I'm
Zoom
doing the
also.
thing. No. We're just messing. It's fine.
Okay, it's fine. We're
Okay,
good.
okay.
We're good.
Fuck.
Hey everyone, welcome to June, and happy Pride to only the queers.
No one else.
No one else. Exactly. It's your boy Jake.
It's Nick.
And it's Dylan.
All right. Well, I think to start this off, it's our monthly checkpoint video. So we're gonna get started with some of the games that we've discussed. Who's going first, boys? Who's going first?
I'm going first. I will say we're doing a competition that
right.
culminates at the end of the year. We're seeing who can beat the most games. We've got some multipliers on how it's scored because some people have jobs, and the guy over there,
Way over there.
has school and stuff.
I think you actually were right.
Yeah, I think I pointed the right way.
I don't
If
know.
not,
If
I
not,
look like a ding dong.
He doesn't know geography. Ooh.
Anyway, I'm going first.
All right.
Talk about the games I beat in the month of June. I beat Descenders, which everyone should play. It's a great podcast game. I beat Ori and the Blind Forest, which I didn't think I would like, but I actually loved. But the game I'm going to talk about, and which puts me to 3 games beaten this month, which puts me to a total of 20 games on the board, is Fire Emblem Awakening for the 3DS. It has been one of my white whales. A game that I've played a bunch, I've loved a bunch, but I've never beaten it. So I finally did it. And I think that's because the difficulty curves on the game are a bit, I would say, wonky, for the lack of a better term. On the normal difficulty, there's a point, like I think a little bit before, halfway through the game, where it gets really easy, and you can just dome people left and right. On hard difficulty, it's the exact opposite. There's a point where it's just like, well, this isn't that fun. Every mission takes far too long, and if you lose, if you don't beat the mission, you have to restart the whole thing because your people die for good in the game, and it's horrible.
Really scary.
But it's super fun. I actually thought the story was better than it was better than I expected.
Oh.
Which was a nice surprise. There was a moment where it was like building up to one of those like, we're gonna outlove the bad guy. Friendship and courage and believe it. But they didn't do it. They did it towards the end, but it was fine. It wasn't like obnoxious, I would say. I was happy with that. The characters, some of them are simple, but I think they're written very well. It would be near perfect, a 10 or like a 9.5 if it wasn't for like the very, very end and the epilogue. I didn't like the way they kind of wrote the characters out, did the little like after story to the characters. I didn't like the tone of it at all. But yeah, I beat it.
That's
I freaking
awesome.
beat it.
You freaking did it, man.
I did it, guys. I played it on normal and it got really easy, but it was fun. So for that very reason, the little souring at the end, I'm going to give it 9 unstoppable Donalds out of 10.
Unstoppable
Donald's a
Donalds.
character.
Oh, is that the one that is like, really sucks in the beginning, but if you just believe?
Yeah, he wears a bucket on his head.
Bucket
So
Kid. Yeah.
It's a pretty good character.
He becomes unstoppable, and you just like put him in the front lines, and everyone dies around him. So, my dog is like right over here being a nuisance.
I'm just loving him. He's just a good boy.
If we're like looking down over there, it's because he's there, just wanting
He's really
attention.
cute.
But that's me. I'm at 20, boys. I'm in the lead. I'm pretty sure.
It's true.
Yeah, I think you are.
That's true.
But I'm gonna pass it over to Dylan, who's over there, hopefully.
I'm you're right here, right where you
Right
pointed,
here.
right exactly at your fingertips. So I did 2 things this month. Only 2. And one of them wasn't even really beating a game. It was 100%ing a game. Whoa! And it was, I 100%ed Rocket League. If you haven't played Rocket League, what are you doing with your life? Go play it. Like, it's the best $20 I've spent. I've spent I think I'm just over 200 hours in it.
Jesus.
Yeah, I think I'm like 210 hours in it. It's so good. The car customization, the flips and tricks, the skill cap, phenomenal. But anyways, the actual game that I beat this month that I want to talk about is Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. I know Nick has touched on it briefly.
Yo, I didn't know you beat that. That's awesome.
Yeah. But guys, this game, the voices, like, because it actually has like a very very good depiction of psychosis within it. And there's like voices that happen around you, and boy oh boy, it's not okay sometimes. Like like Nick had like referenced like the one that's like on the back of your neck. I don't like that. I didn't like that at all. Anytime she was like, "Hey," I'm like, "Stop! I don't want to be in." The atmosphere in it was phenomenal. Like it just like the world building was great. It was like dark and moody. The people like in the monster design in it was like mwah! Everything was good except for the combat. The combat was a little like take it or leave it. And also when the original bindings for the controls, I didn't like at all. Like they were like all over the. I changed the block. I changed like the attack. I changed like the
whole
switching.
new game.
Yeah, I basically remapped almost all the controls because I was just like, I don't like these. I don't like where my hands have to go. Which did make it better, but it still wasn't like great. But anyways, I still like, if you haven't played this game, I still recommend it so highly. Like I'm giving it 9 spooky deer people out of 10. Deer people.
Wow.
Yeah, no, like it's
2 9s.
Yeah.
2 9s. Yeah, no,
Big month.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so now I'm going to pass the torch off to Jacob. What do you got going on?
So, because it is Pride Month, it is the month of my kin. I did a big boy game. Oh, I'm so excited! So I, this month, played through Horizon Zero Dawn. After much goading from Nick, I finally caved, and I played it. And, you know, I've done a lot of deliberating post-game since I've beat it, and I just feel very strongly that I love it. I love it so much. I'm still like wheedling it out in my in my head.
Let him put a picture of Weedle. Right?
Good. Still whittling it out in my head if it may be the best game I've ever played and maybe my most favorite game of all time. Like it hit a lot of notes for me. From the fact that the main character is a girl, which like is kind of my brand and has been since the beginning. I'm a Princess Peach stan since day one. Mario Kart.
Cowrie.
It's just Princess Zelda. Cowrie. Exactly.
Cowrie.
Basically, yeah. It was really my jam. But more than that, like the story was unbelievable. It got so much. It just went to places I didn't think was possible. The gameplay was phenomenal. The fact that there's a different way to beat every single kind of like robot animal was really good.
Yeah.
The world design was so pretty, and
the red time of the day where everything
God.
becomes red and beautiful,
and just like it had like the full desert like scape, which is my vibe. It is. I just love it. So it was really, really good. I'm still going to be potentially checking out the DLC because I liked it so much, but I am committing to another game right now, which you'll find out about next month.
Oh.
Anyways, so I'm really hyped for the second one. I don't know if you saw the trailer, but you should definitely check it out because it's gonna be huge. Yeah. So for this one, because of how impactful it was on me and how much I loved it, I'm gonna give it a solid. Oh, also before I did this, thank you for pointing that out, Nick. Yeah, I platted it, which is the first game that I've ever platted, and I think Nick and I shared this in common that it's also the first game he ever platted. So it's just tradition. I like loved it. So basically, my final score for this wonderful game, please play it if you ever have the chance to, is 9.5 long neck boys out of 10. So I only left the 0.5 out of there because I don't know what. I'm leaving the room open that maybe there's something going to come out eventually one day that might be better, that could get a full 10, but it is about as good as it gets for me in every way. So, glowing review. Please play it if you get the chance.
You got a PlayStation.
Guys, 3 9s and above this month.
Dude.
Let's just say this. We only play good games.
We only play good games.
That's it.
Only good games.
Only GGs. That's it. That's it from here on out. So, yeah, well, I guess that's pretty much it.
Yeah, we're doing a short
yeah.
one, but we're trying something new with the way this looks.
Yeah, if you notice that you can see every pore.
I still look the same.
Dylan looks the same.
But Dylan looks great.
Stop.
All right, well, until next month, we've been chatting, you've been listening, and bye!